The more positive reviews you have, even if you have one negative review, if there's 20 positive reviews there and they all say that you're wonderful and you're brilliant and you've helped them, and then the one person says, oh, she's a liar, and you say underneath, I've never met you, you are not one of my clients, then people who are checking reviews will look at that negative review. I look at negative reviews. So they will go and they will look at that and they'll go, oh, she never met that person and that's just a spammer. So I'll ignore that and I will go and see them. So it's a really good idea to test the waters, to ask the person as soon as somebody says, thank you so much, you've been amazing. Make sure you reiterate to them then what they will get for referring you, and please to Google review you as well as tell their friends. You can give them your business cards if you have some and they're live in your space, or make sure you email them with information that they can send to their friends if you haven't got one, haven't got a business card, or they're not in your physical rooms. Hello and welcome. Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to your needs, the needs of the practicing natural therapist. With interviews, herbal discussions, something business and something clinical each week, you'll get the variety you need and enjoy to stay motivated in practice. Hello everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How are you today? Well, today I thought I'd talk about referrals. We always need them. Word of mouth referrals are gold. Now, there's lots we can do out there, and if you've got tips or tricks or you want questions answered, then please email me, geraldine@mentoringwithgeraldine.biz, because I'd love to hear from you and I'd love to be able to help you. Now, one of the simplest ways of getting referrals is asking your clients for them. So as part of my intake, so on the intake form itself, the intake form they fill out online and then they're in the room seeing me and I hand them information. So I hand them information about my policies, my 24-hour cancellation policy, and I hand them information at the same time about my referral policy. So if you refer someone to me, I tell them, you will receive a free appointment. Because if you think about it, your client isn't going to refer anyone until they're feeling much better. So they've actually become much easier to work with by the time they refer someone. So when you give them the free appointment, what is it truly costing you? It might be costing you half an hour, but for that person to be referring you, they trust you, they like you, and chances are you like them as well. So you don't mind seeing them at appointment 4 or 5 because they've referred someone to you. You don't give free appointments out to anyone, first appointments out to anybody as free, only second and subsequent appointments. So you're not going to be losing money because by then you've done your research on the client, they're getting better and things are going well. My business was literally built on about my third client. So she came to see me and she actually said to me, oh, I've got a friend who could come and see you. Do you do referrals? How do you do referrals? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And I just made it up on the spot, like lots of things that I did back in the day. And I said, you'll get a free appointment if you refer someone to me. She referred around 15 people. They all referred people. So I'm charging her now for appointments, but I didn't charge her for a very long time because those other clients are valuable to me and those other clients saw me more than once. I mean, that is a big thing, isn't it? Your clients have to see you more than once for them to refer you to anyone. They need to be at about their 3rd or 4th appointment before they are seeing you as valuable and worth referring to someone else because they don't want to refer someone that they're not seeing as a success. So I have a coaching program, the Coaching for the One-to-One Practitioner, and that supports you in understanding and using language with your clients that helps them get on board with what they need to do to change their lives and change their lifestyle, change their habits, and to do the things they need to do to achieve their goals. So, I've got my clients at appointment 4 and appointment 5, and they're coming back and they're booking in, and they're getting better. So they're happy to refer me to their friends. So they'll send you 2, 3 clients, but they might only be due for one more appointment or another one 3 months later. And yet you've got all these other clients. You now have 3, 4 clients because they've done word of mouth referral. So sometimes I don't. I had one lady who gave me a referral, and she was a hypnosis client. And now we'd resolved the issues that she had, and she didn't need to come back for any more appointments. And I did offer her sort of a supportive hypnosis appointment. She said, "No, I'm doing amazing. I don't need one." And so I sent her a candle via the person she'd introduced to me. So it's a wonderful thing, referrals. And as you know what your niche is, they will be attracting people with similar problems to them. They're in the same age group, for example, so they're going to have similar problems. My friends are all menopausal, so I've got lots of friends out there who are really hot things right now. Probably hot in the wrong sense of the word, but you know what I mean. So it's really important that the referral pathways are there, and that you think up, what am I going to do for that client who refers? Am I going to give them a gift? I'm certainly going to send them a card, 100%, but I can give them a gift. That follow-up appointment does, for the follow-up referral appointment, it has to be used within 1 month. So I'm not letting it go for years and years and years. They've referred one person in 2017, and then, they rock up for a free appointment in, 2023. That's not happening. It has to be used within a certain time. If you're giving gift vouchers to anyone, the rule in Australia says that it has to last forever, or it has to be time limited because it's a special, or it's something specific and special. So when you see, a Christmas special, it can be valid until March, but a gift voucher has to be valid forever. So remember, if I'd decided to send her a gift voucher to see me, it would have had to be used. I would have said, this is a special gift for the referral and is valid for 1 month. Otherwise, it would have had to be valid forever. Because if she was to come back now, then I really wouldn't know anything about her. I'd have to do a first appointment, wouldn't I? Because it would be all new information. So think about that referral gift and that referral system. What is it you're going to do? I tell them at the first appointment, I give them the consent form, which is actually now all online, admittedly. It's all in the original consent. But I still give them that piece of paper. I still hand out that initial information, and on it says about the referral and that they get a free appointment. But you might not want to do that. Think about what you want to do. Now, the other one is getting referrals on Google My Business. Now, if you're APRA registered, you're not actually allowed to have reviews out there in the world or testimonials. You can have a testimonial where it can't be removed, however, which means you can have a Google My Business review. Now, what we don't want on our reviews, I do have some reviews that are really quite specific, but you really need to say to your client, you don't need to be specific. You don't need to say that, we've resolved your vulvodynia and, and the smell from your armpits. You don't have to say those things. What I'd like you to say, because you're complimenting me and you're thanking me, that's when you introduce it. They're saying to you, thank you so much. I feel so much better than I did before. You've worked wonders. That's when you come straight in with the, would you mind giving me a Google review so that other people know about me as well? They say, oh yeah, okay. I don't know how to do that though. That's easy. I literally take their phone. I say, have you got your phone there? Can you open the Maps app? And they open the Maps app and I say, there I am on the Maps app. If you open that, scroll down and there's the review. I literally touch on 5 stars. And then I say, would you like to write something underneath? And they'll say, oh, I'll do it later. So I just press submit, because you can go back and edit something. And that means that the review is there. They'll either do it or they won't. They'll either open their phone or they won't. But that's how you show them how to do it. Or you can send them the direct link and ask them, I'm a small business and this is really going to help me. Now, I don't have any reviews that are just 5 stars. Everybody has written something. So you can see that I've never actually succeeded in just pressing 5 stars and pressing submit. I would like to say I have, but I'm actually thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I never have. But I've pointed at the submit and said, you can press there, because I don't actually touch their phone. I'm just, there it is, scroll down, there it is, there's 5 stars. If you press 5 stars and put in the review, just like I'm asking you to put in a Spotify review or an iTunes review so that other people know that I exist, so that I can help other people. We're all small businesses. And when you're a small business, you have to be out there telling people you exist. There are always going to be people saying horrible things about you. You can't help the keyboard warrior. There's narcissists everywhere. Don't worry about them. We have to move on. If we can delete what they write, we delete it. But it's really important that you get those reviews, and Google reviews help your Google algorithm. Make sure you're using Google My Business for your business. It really is an asset, because if you play with Google, Google will play with you. If someone reviews you, you need to reply to that review. You need to answer if it's a negative review and they really are a person who's come to see you, then you're going to have to make sure that you reply, nicely, and you apologize. Because that's what people want to see. They don't want to see an aggressive reply. They don't want to see a nasty reply. They want to see a reply that shows that there's been interaction and you've tried, if it's a true review. If it's an untrue review, then you need to say on there, this is an untrue review. I've never met this person. You've never been. You are just spam, So you need to make sure that you say that. But the more positive reviews you have, even if you have one negative review, if there's 20 positive reviews there and they all say that you're wonderful and you're brilliant and you've helped them, and then the one person says, oh, she's a liar, and you say underneath, I've never met you, you are not one of my clients, then people who are checking reviews will look at that negative review. I look at negative reviews. So they will go and they will look at that and they'll go, oh, she never met that person and that's just a spammer. So I'll ignore that and I will go and see them. So it's a really good idea to test the waters, to ask the person as soon as somebody says, thank you so much, you've been amazing. Make sure you reiterate to them then what they will get for referring you, and please to Google review you as well as tell their friends. You can give them your business cards if you have some and they're live in your space, or make sure you email them with information that they can send to their friends if you haven't got one, haven't got a business card, or they're not in your physical rooms. So just make sure you really do get those referrals. So I hope that's helped today. I hope that's made you think about it, made you think about what systems am I going to put in place for referral, for the one-to-one referral, for the personal referral, and what am I going to do about my Google My Business, making sure that I've downloaded the app, that I'm writing on Google My Business, and I'm asking for reviews there as well. So that's me for today. And please give me a review if you've got time. I would love that very much. So I will leave you to it now. I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be in your day. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.